Oh man, it's that time. Let's go. Let's do this. Right? It's right over here. It's this one right over here. Hey there, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time it might be in your part of the world.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
It's so good to see you. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is May 24th. There we go. 2024. How you doing there, friends? My hat feels a little crooked. Maybe it was the tornado. Maybe it was the tornado that took them right off. How you doing there, chat room? My goodness. Folks are in, they're hanging out. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Check it out. Let me say hello to our friends here. Napalm Codes, good morning to you. Null Sheffo. Beer Up, good afternoon. C Sharp Titan, we're doing well. There was a tornado near some friends out in Iowa last night. Everybody's safe, everybody's okay, but kind of scary when you hear that happen to folks. No damage to their home, but kind of scary to hear about tornadoes. How you doing there, Mehmet? Welcome. Let's go. That's right. Let's go. It rolled off the top. How you doing, Dr. Cox? C Sharp Titan with a question. Let me finish greeting folks and I'll come back to the question. The Neo, Manoj, DJ Deepex. Cheerio to you from good old Germany. Guten Nachmittag, Deutschland. Great to see you. Hello. Robson Previato. Good morning. I'm still drinking a little bit of Good Morning America coffee here. Lanky Scottish Nerd. Hello, hello. Am I the real Fritz with the AI boom you ever know? So here's the thing, Neo. Here's the thing. Like, I recognize there are more than 1,000 videos on my channel on YouTube. That's a ton of audio and video that people would sample. So I get it. Zymac.
Resubscribed for 22 months.
22 months. Thank you so much. And I'll make another donation at the end of the month to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Chris Jones is here. Hello. Svekos, good afternoon. Weird Beard Dev, happy Friday to you. Bald Bearded Builder is here. Hello, hello. Continuing to scroll. I don't know you. I don't. Hey, Jay, how you doing there? Overwatch time? Maybe. I've got a couple things I want to cover first, but maybe we'll get into some Overwatch. I think that's within discussion here. There's I've been doing well in competitive Overwatch. I won like 5 games in a row, and I've advanced levels, and I'm into Bronze 3 at this point. And I'd really, really like to earn enough competitive points that I can get the Jade weapons. Right? There's a goal here. You hit so many wins. But by winning games in competitive, you earn competitive tokens. It's a currency in game, and you can change in 3,000 competitive tokens. 3,000? I think that's what it is. To get is it 3,000? No. I gotta look. To get a Jade set of weapons that you can use on your character. Really cool stuff. So I'd really like to get that. You thought I was going to say as a large Fritz language model. No. Good things have been moving forward. Starting with the game would be nice, says Mehmet. I don't know. I've got some things I want to get to with our project, and then get into game a little bit later to wind down, or maybe we wind up with it. I don't know. What happened to the beard? It's a normal beard. I don't know what you're talking about. It looks just fine. How is Aspire feeling for me so far? Asks the lanky Scottish nerd. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now that I have build steps in place to do the continuous deployment, now that I have the continuous integration working nicely, it feels good. It feels really good, feels easy to work with and to push things forward. DJ Deepex says we have to talk to Dan Rother, the Blazor team, to change the file extension from .razor to .blazor. No, no. It already is .razor versus .cshtml like it is for MVC. So it's .razor because you don't have to use those components necessarily in a Blazor project. You can use them with MVC, with Razor pages, with other things that the Razor templating engine will deliver. You can use those components with it. You don't have to use Blazor. That's part of the interest there. C# Titan asks, did I fix the on-change issue? So I tested it a little bit. It looks like on-change only fires for select boxes. So I think we're going to move forward with using an on-blur event on that. Yes, you can use Blazor components in MVC. Yeah. So think about that. Now the components that you've built, that you have running, that work great with Blazor, that you may be reusing in a .NET MAUI application, you can backport into MVC applications. Or turn it the other way. You've got a great user interface component that you're using in MVC. Put that into a Razor class library. You can still use it in MVC. It still works the exact same way, but you can move forward and take that user interface component that works so well for you that you've standardized on in MVC, and now you can use it in a .NET MAUI application. Now it's getting interesting. Now we're thinking more portably with our components. That gets interesting. Let me back up to that first question from C# Titan. C# Titan asks, when would I need to use full Visual Studio versus Visual Studio Code? Profiling is a big one. There's some live unit testing features that work really nice in Visual Studio. There are plugins that do it in Visual Studio Code, but it feels clumsy. The Razor editing experience feels better in Visual Studio than in Visual Studio Code, but that's something that I expect those two to kind of snap in line at some point in the future and be the same. I think there's also a good bit of coding and working natively with the C#, F#, and Visual Basic programming languages that feels cleaner, nicer, easier in Visual Studio. Debugging, profiling works so much better in Visual Studio. I don't typically do that here on stream, but the debug start and run process feels much more natural to me in Visual Studio than Visual Studio Code. That's me because I'm a longtime Visual Studio user. Gives a big view on the possibilities. Oh yeah. Beer Up says, I got into a common issue is EE migration and Aspire. EE? What do you mean EE migration and Aspire? Connection to SQL Server was Azure SQL Engine fails when .NET API is started using an Aspire host. What? From November and it's still open. Reading. Connection, but then an error doing the pre-login handshake. It smells like an ARM issue. And it's a Mac OS thing. It's a SQL client thing on Mac OS. is what they're saying. Yeah. And it's also not waiting for the server to be available. Yeah. I can totally see those as issues. So, but clearly they're working with the SQL team to work on it. Is there a difference between GitHub Copilot Chat and the GitHub and the Copilot Visual Studio workload? Yes. Yes. Copilot gives you just the typical auto completion stuff. Copilot Chat lets you actually chat and talk to the service. So, and ask for explanations and things. Oh, wonderful. Great. Just great. Okay, let me get some music playing in the background. I enjoyed having the rock playlist going yesterday with stream beats. Let's go back to that. There it is right there. This is called Don't Waste It On Me. Is that right? This is music that's DMCA free, royalty free. Use it wherever you'd like out there, whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, what have you. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for this music that he's putting together today. Build is over. There were a couple of great examples that we learned about, we saw this week from our friends Brady Gaster, David Fowler. I particularly want to go after, and that's what you see in the title down there. David had a great example showing how to use Aspire with an email server. I'm going to bring that in and activate that as part of Aspirify.net. So that, first off, while it's on our mind, because it's a pretty good piece of functionality and a nice demo that shows how you can extend Aspire to make adding resources easier. And I want to test and figure that out and add the ability to swap it out for a SendGrid component when we deploy to Azure. I think that'll be fun. Because I think we'll deploy a single SendGrid component and then pass in connection string information into the web application so that it can send out messages. So, and we're going to wrap up the lookup information for new articles. Let's add that link to Aspirify right now. Right now. Here we go. So, this is the code for Aspirify.net. This code is private. However, everything that we're learning, everything that we're working on around this, we are making available, and we are adding to the Big Bad blog education series that I'm doing over on the Visual Studio channel. That is more of a curated demo, along with talking points and pros to teach the various features of .NET Aspire and software architecture as we grow that ecosystem. Let me navigate out to Aspirify.net. This is the website we've been building live on stream here. Only one person has a login to get into this site, and it's me. It's me. So I will get logged in with my Microsoft account, and we will add some of the new demos and things here so that folks can check this out. Gene, give me a second here, and I will come back to that. Is the C# in the card series still happening? Yes. However, there's been so much of a flurry around Aspire. This has taken my focus for right now. C# in the cards is absolutely happening. Because things are going to slow down here in June, I'm going to be spending a lot more time on that in the month ahead. Where was I? Oh, we're going to add an article here. So the new article page here is it needs help, and that's one of the things we're going to work on today. We started working on this page, adding new articles because it's kind of lame here. It's just a bunch of text boxes. We're going to get that improved also. So the session with David and Damien is this one. They didn't put any cameras on screen for build, and that feels really, really lame. Like, I don't like to criticize folks for their production of events, but come on, you had a professional TV studio crew there, and you couldn't even put a picture of the video of the folks on the folks on stage. You couldn't even put it in the lower corner here. Come on, man. So let's I'm gonna grab that link and we will add that in right here. This was published, yeah, I'll list it as the 24th. And I'm not going to include that bit there. We'll punch that in like this. And I'll list the author as Microsoft Build. Don't need a thumbnail. We'll grab the description. It's right there. Bang. Category. This is a tutorial. It is a video. There we go. That's out there. And there was also another video. This is from our friend Brady Gaster and Wendy Breeding. I'm sorry. They same thing. Throughout the entire event, they didn't add any camera shots. Feels bad. It does. This one's talking about the deployment story. How to build with Aspire on any operating system with Visual Studio Code, and deploy. So we're going to copy and we're going to put this one into the mix as well. So there's that title. Then I'll list Microsoft Build so you can find the build sessions easily. The source URL, I'll do a share here and copy that. Thank you. Don't need a thumbnail because it'll grab it from YouTube automatically. And I'll just copy the description there. There it is. Category, this is another tutorial. Video, save. So if we go back to the front page, there we go. There's, because I posted that video last, it's up there. There's the video with David and Damien. So I should probably have a way to actually list multiple authors at some point. There was an article put up on the new stack about .NET Aspire. Let's add this as well. Right, this, oops. Right, you see where it kind of makes sense. I wouldn't be able to just post in the URL and have it go kind of calculate all the things here for us. And the author over here is Daryl K. Taft. Okay, sure thing, Daryl. I missed the D, whatever. And that was put up on the 23rd, so we'll just make it the 23rd. Is there a thumbnail? OG image. There it is. Right there. See why I want to kind of have the tool copy it out for me? Sure, I'll just copy in that headline as an initial description. It's a blog post. It's not really news, and it's an article. There we go. So that's on. David also shared the source code to his demo that he gave at Build. It's right over here, and we're going to reference and take a look and talk about his demo a little bit. I don't want to give his demo. There are other people that you're going to watch on YouTube who are going to literally replay his demo line by line. I don't want to do that. I want to talk about his demo. I want to give credit to David for the work that he did to assemble this and put this together, but I'd like to talk about it, learn from it, and use what he's built. So, could you please add a license to this repository? I'm pretty sure he's going to add a license, but there isn't one. Technically, you shouldn't copy somebody's source code. However, it was issued as a demo. He's published it and said, hey, take a look. Here's the stuff that you need. So let's share this also as some sample code. I don't think it's going to find it because of how I was turned here. So I will post that in. I will add David as the author for this. Published yesterday. Sure, I can do that. The GitHub URL, we'll post that in. Their GitHub generates a thumbnail for us, so let's go grab that thumbnail. It is right here. Thinking out loud. I'm going to expand that description just a little bit. The GitHub thumbnail actually updates regularly with updated information. They generate new images every so often. I capture an image and generate a thumbnail at the time that this is saved. Maybe if we detect that it's a GitHub thumbnail, we set up some sort of a scheduled process that wakes up and gets a new thumbnail once every 6 hours, once a day, something like that. I don't know. Additionally, the demo features a sample SMTP server and testing sending email using the, what's the name of the container that he used? MailDev, is that it? I think it's MailDev. Yeah, MailDev is the name of the container that he uses. Using the MailDev container. And I am specifying that so that you can find it later by searching for MailDev and also searching for SMTP. So there we go. Didn't find that image, did we? Did we? No. From the new stack. Fine. I will copy that image link and we will update it. This right here. And try that again. There we go. Now we got it. Cool. So, and I've also added a feature here. I talked about this the other day. So you can see more by David Fowler right there, things that he's shared. Let me catch up on chat. So now to Beer Hup's question, go on out to aspirify.net and you can find the build demos right there. So a couple things that are becoming a little bit clearer here that would be nice to add. Need to support multiple authors, right? That'd be a nice feature to have. And I've already got a bit in here to be able to support tags, so we can tag things. Maybe a reading list, kind of like a playlist or something. Don't know. Concept of a reading list, like a playlist on YouTube, but for Aspirify articles. Yeah. So you can group things together and, hey, these are all related, so you can follow along. So, yeah, so you can find that content for folks that were asking, hey, can I see that demo? Check it out. It's all linked on Aspirify. Some other folks have created other link repositories. Hey, look, here's different articles and videos that you can find. That's great. I'm not taking anything away from them. I've got a search engine and links out to all the things that we've been discovering and maintaining here. We've built it with Aspire. We're maintaining it with Aspire and Blazor. A lot of fun out here. Gene Baez asks, where can I deploy Blazor server and API other than Azure? You can deploy it anywhere because Blazor server can run in a container. So you can run it on Google, you can run it on AWS, DigitalOcean, what have you. So just stand up another container wherever you'd like. You can run it on Mac. You can run it on Windows or Linux production servers. So, hey there, Intermix on YouTube, watching us from Australia. How you doing there? We're doing great. Hope you're having a good evening. Here, let me hit that hat command again so you can see this hat. There you go. No? What? I know you know this hat. Yeah, here it comes. Right. No, not found? You make me sad. Ugh. Apollo asks, do I have a feature to place a default Aspire-based image as the thumbnail background if none is found? Funny you should mention that, Apollo. Funny you should mention that. I created an issue for it. So, yeah, I'm on the same page. So, yep, I think we need to do that. So, no, it's... What happened there? Is it not able to download the image? Or is the image already a WebP or something? It's a JPEG out there. right? Post. Anchor. Could not load the image. I know what this is. This is going to be an encoding issue. This is going to be an encoding issue. It's down. Where's that? There's the minimal API. Yeah. Let's put in a bug fix. Let me change the configuration briefly here so that it goes to try and pull that blob from production. Where is it? Yeah, we're going to change this one too. Thinking. No, wait. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. Let me try just adding it locally. If I try and add it locally. Yeah, let me try re-adding that locally here. It's this bit right here that does the thumbnail. I should move this out into its own file too. So that it's a little bit more isolated and we can more easily modify it without modifying the programs, the program CS file. There it goes. Now we're running. All right, here we go. And okay. Decided to move into the center of my screen, I see. Back over here. Feels like the first time loading is taking longer and longer. Or is it because I hit a breakpoint here? Yeah, there's no content here. Call stack. Yeah, that's null. If video is null, No. I want a default article. Right, I want to do... category equals... blog. Slug equals empty string. Description equals empty string. Source URI equals... Really? Aspirify net. Is that supposed to be a URI? Nope, we're good. Oh, fine. From result. Right? Yeah. Oh, fine. It's a one-time thing that won't happen in production. Are there a limited range of file types that can be converted to WebP? No, I can convert anything to WebP. My little thumbnail service can do everything. It can do it all. So let's fix this and go back over and take care of the other issue. You know, the one. Finish the auto load and then we'll talk about the mail. The mail. Really? And you're not going to show me where that errored out. You're just going to kind of hang here and make me look stupid. Oh my. I know, right? Well, that does look stupid. Well then. See, these are probably returning nothing. Which isn't terrible. If query.any. No, if there weren't any, it wouldn't return null. It would still return. That's still going to return an IEnumerable. That could blow up. No, we. Oh well, if that's. No, I think we're okay. Why am I dividing? Oh, it's the number of pages, that's why. It is a small change that makes a big impact, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't like that I'm not getting... Right? I don't have an else on the other side of this. Because there's no top featured articles, that's why. So let's go back up here and where it outputs top featured articles. Where is that used? Hang on. It's not. Don't do that. Same thing with featured articles. Where's that used? It's not. Get rid of that also. Because I think I moved all of that into this. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. All right. I can remove this stuff because it was moved over to the other one. So now I don't. That I just saved a query. Hey, is it Parzari? Thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, featured task. Yeah, this one. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Simplify that, John. Go back over to this. Yeah. What's the next one? What else do we have? Right? Yeah. News, blog posts, and sample code. Mm-hmm. Thank you. If any of them are null, no articles yet. Else, output that stuff. No, that's not it. Okay. Right, I should be able to put a breakpoint on that thing. No, not gonna let me do it. Restart. Restart. Here we go. What am I doing today? How you doing there, Stallone? The bot isn't copying stuff from YouTube over, so I need to make sure I look over. Cleaning up. We posted a bunch of new articles on Aspirify. We're going to finish the automatic lookup feature that I built yesterday. Should have hit this breakpoint. There it goes. So that is true. Wait a sec. I have this wrong. Yep, I know. I have it backwards. I had it right the first time. Who'da thunk it? No, why are you looking at a wrong version of the website? Do it again. So we'll finish the auto lookup feature that populates a lot of the stuff for the article as an admin. I'm going to convert the articles page to use a quick grid, and we're going to drop in an email server for this. We get done all that, we'll play some competitive Overwatch. Waiting for the build. Here it comes. Okay, dashboard. Click through. Yep, hit that breakpoint. Get rid of view. That's a live website. There we go. All right, so I don't have any content here yet. I should be able to log in. It should have me in the local database. Does. Okay, so I'm going to go admin. We're going to create a new article for this. So I'm just going to copy it right in. Doesn't matter what that is. Sure. I'll use the same link just so I can find it when I come back and look at this tomorrow. Copy that image link. There it is. Blah, blah. Doesn't matter. It's test data. It's not really news. It's a blog post. So when that saves and we go back to the front of the website, it loads. The thumbnails process is going to process and write down that resource. So I should be able to go back up here and go into my storage explorer and see it sitting on disk. Right? Thumbnails. I've got a bunch of them in here now. Microsoft's .NET Aspire. See how it's all. Ugh. It's only 4.4K. Like, great. But there it is, and ugh. Let's go back over when it requests that. So this is loaded from the live site. What happened there? Don't know what that was. But if I refresh, yeah, see, it's broken. It's trying to get to it. So let's take a look over here. Hey, Karki, welcome. So here's where it's trying to get that blob. Let's put a breakpoint right there on that. Refresh the page. Here we go. So, no, I want the file name. So it's double escaped it is what's going on. All right. So if I take that URI escape data string out of here, does it find it now? Yep. Yeah. Restart. I think I'll put a test in there to try and get it without escaping it. If it can't find it, go escape it and try it again. And let's add the on error handling here that was being suggested by Apollo earlier. Which I should probably turn the thumbnail images into a component so I can centralize the on error handling. You know? So here's the website. There's my breakpoint. No. Really? Okay. Ooh, so it's erroring on that. Hang on. See, it's right there. Specified blob does not exist. Okay. Now we're talking. Now I've got something I can go and fish on. Where to go? Storage Explorer. Blobs. Thumbnails. Right there. Man, that's an ugly file name. Let's copy this into a... That's not how you spell notepad. I need to make that a t-shirt. That's not how you spell. Microsoft %25 Echo 2 %2580 dot 240523 at 2x. Where the heck did that at 2x come from? This is a plugin. This one. No. Go back to the console. What? Failed to load resource. Yeah, take me there. Okay. Yeah, that. Nope, the thumbnail service is working with the same blobs. Okay. Back up here. And the container is going to the thumbnails. Hello, 20th Charity Kinemaster. Hello. So why am I not getting the file? It's an ugly file name, but it's passing a file name. Huh. No, it's a thing that's trying to scale the image that I don't have as part of this. I'm not using that. So why wouldn't it find it? Let's hit that immediate window here now. Container dot. There's a get file list. Yeah. Right. Good. Good. Do that. So let's say var blob pages equals. I know it's kind of behind. If I were to say get blobs, I can pass it a prefix. To array? You stink. Let's see. Let's go right. Container get blobs. Prefix. Funny thing is, this is going to work. See? And now I can zoom in on this. Oh, you stink. Yeah, I made you grouchy, didn't I?
Oh my.
Right. So let's say first page equals blobs. No. Blobs dot first. What's that? Change font to Viking. Give me a minute here. Let me get on the other side of a little bit of spelunking that we're doing here, and we'll take a look. And light mode. I see what you're doing here. Rerun this. I broke it. It's rebuilding. Let's go. Okay. Website. Yes, get the collection of blobs. Get me the first page. And there it is. Like, all right, let's go to the immediate window here. Let's get stupid. Right, I'll even make the immediate window bigger so you can see here. So if I say first page dot, see, it's not even first page. It is this one right there. It is. And if we say, does that equal file name? No. Really, what's file name? Oh, you. Okay. Okay. All right, fine. So if we did escape data string, file name, what do we get? It didn't escape that last one right there in the name of the file name. Wow. I see. Right, because what I did, man. Four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I grabbed the first 20 characters. So, yeah. Okay. That's on me. That's me being dumb. Let's fix that. I don't want to split. It ends with a WebP. We know this. So let's do this. Let's do replace dot .webp with empty string. So that gives us the base. And let's reassemble the file name. We'll say file name base, to lower, substring 020. That'll work. That'll work. Happy Friday before the long weekend. How you doing there, Chris Funk? Indeed. Happy Friday. I'll take care of this, and then we'll drop an on-error handler out there for our thumbnails. I really should refactor the thumbnails into a thumbnail component. I think I'm going to just copy-paste for right now. Down here. No. Oh. I forgot to put the URI encode back in there. And let's do the URI escape data string on that. Come on now. Oh, really? Breakpoint on that. It's somehow looking at an old version. And let's take all of this, put it out there. Come on. Hey, Napalm. Brought home some creamery ice cream. Oh, man. You got the grilled stickies flavor? It is so decadent. For those that don't know, Penn State has a creamery, a facility on campus that processes milk and makes all kinds of dairy products. And the big feature that they make, of course, is ice cream. And the ice cream they make is ultra premium. Ultra premium. That should find it now. What? There it is. And it doesn't find it. It errors out. Where'd the immediate window go? Fine, I'll just clear it myself. Right. Go back over to Storage Explorer. It's right there. Oh, wait a sec. Where did that come from? It's the date. It's the date. I'm grabbing... Hang on. Yeah, I want to grab everything. Oh, this is going to be trickier than I thought. All right. So, because I put the date on there, it's always going to be... Right, and this file name is... $18 characters long. No. The file name... that's in there has this with a percent to. This with a percent. Oh, you're gonna. So while it's 18 characters, no, this is 16 characters. It's actually 20 because there's a 2-5 that's missing here and here that would push it to 20. So I don't want to chop off the first 20 characters. I want to take off. This is always going to be 6 characters, 10. I want to chop off the last 12 off the end, and the beginning stuff is what I want to work with. Oh, boy. So don't replace, right? I want to do a substring. Zero. We're taking off 12 characters. So it's going to be file name length minus 12. No, don't, this isn't going to work. I need to grab the date. I need to grab that last 12 characters. This. File name substring, and we're going to start at position file name length minus 12. That should get the rest of it to kind of bolt on there. Man, that's an ugly format. Who is the schmuck who thought of this? Mm. What? Hang on. Whatever. Down here, this, over to that, and okay. So the file name base looks right. No, I did it wrong. Darn it. Let's calculate what this is. No. Ah, darn it. Restart. What? No. Come on. Okay, so the file name base is Microsoft blah blah blah. The extension is dot, yeah. No, didn't find it. Do that again. File name base plus ext. That looks right. Let that go so it doesn't break. Storage Explorer here. Blobs, thumbnails. Microsoft %25 Echo. It's uppercase. I forced it to lowercase. What happens if I take that to lower? Even then. Can I tell this? No. Ugh. Okay, if I take the two lower invariant out of that. Hey, there we go. Okay. Nah, it's not seeing it for some reason. Several things. Download the thumbnail, resize the thumbnail. Update it. In here. Local thumbnail URL. This one. There it is. And there's the extension. See, if I put a 2 lower on that, it's... I'm not going to modify it. Let's just push this update. It works. And we want to get into other things. And I've been in here on an hour on this. Ugh. Let's add the Aspirify web components. Let's add, I put an error handler in the repository. That's not right. None of those are right. Oh, darn it. That's better. Data repository. There we go. And finally, program. No. Yeah, that's fine. Aspirefy web, Aspire version. Fixed encoded thumbnails. That'll recompile, redeploy, and that should get out in the next 5-10 minutes. So, how do I get my terminal to look like that? This is Oh My Posh that I'm using, and this is Windows Terminal. You can get my configuration. It's in my .files repository, linked just below in the GitHub panel. How you doing, Eric? Good to see you. All right. Ooh, we went through a lot there. That was kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. Let me go back into app host over here, and I'm gonna turn this back on. I'm gonna finish that other little bit that we were doing. Actually, I don't need to. I can just go over to the auto article branch. Discard the changes. No, let me bring these back in so it's looking at the production space. Yeah, we're okay. And we can finish that thing that I was doing yesterday. I will go to light mode, and I will go to... and I will bring in the Viking font here now. Man, that was annoying. Ooh. Let's see what we get here. All right. Why'd you fail to start? This again. Okay. So way up in here. Yeah. Is that what I called it? I put it in app settings. Called it security DB password. Something's happening in Visual Studio. It's not responding to a bunch of things. Yep. Password. That should work now. What am I doing? Breaking things. The wait for extension, I am using the wait for extension right there. And I have it waiting for completion down there as well. Okay, starting up. Here we go. Now it should have the right password. Right. Waiting for the database. No. Okay. I didn't. Oh, it doesn't have. No, with data volume. There it is. I don't know. Just give it a different name so it starts another data volume. Yeah, use the. I didn't. There is no NuGet for it. I just copied it in the wait for extension. So it should scaffold. Oh, I'm going to have to log in again and register again. So it did the migrations. So I should be able to look at the logs. It'll generate that initial sign-on user. Or is it already created? Oh, okay. Moving on. Right, so there's the data. That isn't in... How did I get those? No matter. So I was over in admin, create new, and I was trying, here we go, pasting in a source URL and having it go find it. And in this article edit page, I was trying to use onChange. onChange doesn't work. onBlur does. So if we go back out here, and let's grab this one. Copy that address. Tab. Now we got it. So it is a... Yep, and we know this should work. Look at that. All right. All right. So it did find the title. It updated the source URL. We don't have a published date. Category and article type, it didn't load. Okay. Category, we wanted it to pop up blog posts. Right, and I think that's going to break the unit test we wrote. There we go. We should get the published date. Let's set the published date to, like, today as a decent start. I'm typing here. Do I need to pause? Really? Okay. You're not going to let me edit and continue in here. Pain in my neck. Oh, because it's not the right file. Where did the test go? There's the test. This should be blog posts. And think Fritz, think. Back up in, where's article lookup? I just had it. There it is. I think it's a daytime offset, isn't it? Yeah. UTC now, date. Needs a comma at the end of that, John. Semi down there. I think we got it. Reopen that test. Heck, just go to all the tests. Rerun the test, make sure that works. Still building. Ugh. Switching an app from Mud Blazer to Fluent UI, your hands want to type Mud, but your brain wants Fluent. Volumes, those are typically file stores, yes, which are used for persisting things, yes. How does that work when you have cloud instance? It creates volumes and saves those to storage. I don't know the specific. One second here. Okay. Stand by. I'm keeping an eye on something here. No. What? Trying to keep an eye on something and search on Gmail has gotten really, really bad. Like, really bad. No. 1 second. 1 second. I gotta verify something here. Search in Gmail is awful. Just awful. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, search in Gmail has just gotten brutal. There's supposedly an update about Visor going out today. And I can't find any emails from them at all. No. Okay. So that worked. And I have the publish date now set. Let's put the snapshot of the thumbnail on the article edit page if it detects it. So let's actually run this so we can do it with so we can do the interaction. We can do the coding with little live update here. I don't get it. No. I'm gonna have to go digging later. All right, so I gotta log back in. All right, fine. All right, back over to admin. And let's grab that test article. Right. So create new. Fantastic. Let's put the thumbnail right below this row. Like, let's put it right in here. So if article thumbnail URI, if string, if not, string is null or empty, right? No, I put a pain in my neck. Image source equals 700. There we go. Let's center that, shall we? There we go. Cool. That works out kind of nice. I like that. So let's go back over to right. So this is the latest one that that was from Brady. So paste that in, tab. So I get the thumbnail. I don't like that URL. Oh, look at the category and the article type. That looks good. Description, I'm okay with it being cut off because this is just a suggestion. It's just a start here. But that's not going to work. Right? That share URL. I don't want to have to go in. Wait a sec. Right? Tab off of that. See how it. And there's a whole thing about how it does the embed. Right? Because it comes from that watch v equals. I don't think. Is the SI needed? If I do share embed. Yeah, see, it has embed. Does it need that question mark SI equals? Let's copy that. I'm just putting this here just so we can see it pop up. No, it doesn't like it. So there's that question mark SI equals that comes from somewhere. Right? Oof. No, it doesn't have it. So where am I going to get that? Some sort of source identifier? And it needs that. How do I get the embed? Yeah. I don't want to watch a video about it. Tell me how. How do I get that? Give me this. Get it from the share options. Use a YouTube embed code generator. Could you have more spam on your blog here? Where is it getting it? Like, you're getting it somewhere. Dear Lord. API? Is there an API? Yep, share button. Okay, what are the other three? All right, you stink. Enable JS API. Wait a sec. And origin. It prevents hijacking control of the YouTube player. So what if I do that? Right? HTTP. No, I'm still editing. S. No, go back over here. This, grab that. Oh, rats. Restart. To tell who made the link. Okay. Can I generate the link? Okay. Is it still building? No, I broke it. That should have been this. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Starting, yeah. There it goes. Get logged in. Man, this takes a long time. All right. Paste in the YouTube address. There, it shortened it. Refuse to connect. What do we got on this? Can I get to that? Yeah. Oh, but it rerouted to the watch and dropped all the embed stuff. Does this need to be localhost 7199? No. And you're not going to give me any issues here. No. No description. Okay. Who's that? Frank! Hey there, Frank. Welcome. You know what? I'm going to table this. I'm just going to table that. Because if I copy and use the URL here, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you joining us. It dropped the SI. Yeah. How you doing there? Thank you so much for the raid. And to think Frank wasn't going to raid. Well, welcome in. How you doing? We're finishing this little page here that's getting and showing the default content for a an article as we submit it to aspirify.net. And what I'm looking at here that I think we need to do is for YouTube videos, because it needs to behave a little bit differently. I don't want to go get the canonical link and use that. Right, whatever was passed in. Oh, it's not. Where is article URI coming from? No. No. So we're kind of debugging and working our way through exactly what YouTube gives us when we try to crawl it and return some data. So pause this. And we've embedded all the new I'm going to copy this into a notepad. We've added the 2 Aspire sessions from build to Aspirify. Fixed a little thumbnail bug that was out there. Feels good. We're gonna finish this little update feature, and then we're gonna add email capabilities to Aspirify. Zoom out. Come on. I know it's a meg. Man, something is thrashing my memory. And it might be all the containers that are running out there. Maybe. Does this have an SI? Not sit. No. No. There's the OG URL, which is just the straight watch, and it drops the content. Yeah. I'm going to exclude that. So let's go back over here. I don't need this. I'll get rid of that. Oh, it needs something. Fine. So when that comes back, I can say YT source URI equals right. Yeah, article UR. That one. Save that. Should patch, should hot reload. So now when I paste in, oh no. Oh no. Don't do that. That was nearly a problem. Because I still had all the HTML source. That shouldn't reset. What? Oh. No, 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 no. Why isn't it loading? Source URI is required. It's right there. I broke it. Get rid of this. Refresh that page. Try it again. Breakpoint. I don't believe it. Rebuild. Is it only English content on the site? Right now. Right now it is. I'll get to putting multi-language and translations in there at some point. We should do that as part of a localization lesson. Because we definitely need localization. Let's see, what do we got down here? Waiting. Yeah. And let me log in over here. Cool. Admin, create new. Key in that URI. It changed it. It swapped it out. I thought I removed that. Yeah. So it should come back up here. No. I'm seeing this again. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to return it. Okay, it says it patched it. What's it? There's a different format for it. And I know I have that somewhere. Because I do a whole thing with embedding the YouTube. And I actually, like, yeah, right there. Right? Like, actually. Right there, I'll just punch it in. There it is. Ah. Okay. I don't really need that there. But I know it works. I know I got the right format. I've got it working. And the rest of that content is pretty good. Terrific. Let me turn this into a quick grid. Right? And I should probably commit those other changes too. Get status. I'm going to add a Spirify common. I'm going to add the update to the unit test. I'm going to add a Spirify web components. Completed lookup option for now. I'm going to install QuickGrid, and we're going to put QuickGrid down on the article list. Man, look at how slow Visual Studio is running. Like, I can watch it update. Like, I can watch the frames of Visual Studio paint. Something's wrong here. Continuing, let me see. So, yeah, I just did this as a table with, here's the list of articles. Blazor QuickGrid. I forget how to use QuickGrid, so let's go look it up. Let's go look it up and just drop it in. It should be quick. Add a package reference to this John. Fine. I can do that. Aspirify web. .NET add package quick grid. Fantastic. Frank, were you on campus for your stream or at build for your stream, or were you back home? All right. So quick grid with property columns, and we need to pass it an iQueryable of content. Okay. No, it's still running. No. Quick grid. This one. Get rid of everything else and let me get a using statement for that. Thanks so much. What do I need? Quick grid. I need to pass it a collection of items. And it wants items as an iQueryable. It's an iNumerable. Let's see if it gets grouchy about that. Was it columns? No, property column. Oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec. Hang on. That's for featured articles. Fine, we'll do this one first. No. I don't need this one first. Just leave that there. It's this one. Yeah. Quick grid. Items equals... It's coming out of all articles. Give me the using statement, thank you. Property column. I know there's other properties that I can put on that. I need to put like that. Sortable, true. Do I have filterable here? Just go with that to start. Yep, that's a good one. Yep, that's a good one too. Now the last one's going to be a template. Because I'm going to put the... leave that the way it is. But it's this link button that I'm adding to the end. So, how do I do that? No. Give me another... Is there a... Virtualize? Specify property column. I thought there was a template column. Placeholder template. Nah. Yeah, here we go. Template column. Yeesh. and child content. All right, so if I do template column, child content, really? It doesn't know the type. I thought there was a way to tell the quick grid the item type. Right. Right here. Look, actions. Template column. Yeah, it's context. T-grid item. There we go. Is context then an article? Yeah. Oh, cool. That'll work. And was that the same thing that I had down here? I need to put an if statement around that. Right? And change that to context. Cool. How do I turn on filtering? Search box. Okay, that's interesting. Lasai, hello.
Look, I just resubscribed for 23 months.
So that's virtualizing. Thank you so much. 23 months with us, and I'll make a donation for every subscription, every cheer at the end of the month to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Thank you so much. Did I watch Scott and Stephen or Mark sessions? Nope. 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 So, I got other stuff to do. Let me see here. Well, fancy that. Filtering I really would like to turn on and get in there. So it added a search box. There's another one over here. Oh, that's kind of fancy. That's kind of nice. Okay. And bind name filter. So where does name filter come in? Down here. String name filter. Yeah. Hey, Iguana. Hello, welcome. So it's just tacking on the where statements there. For the iQueryable. Okay. So we could do something similar down here, right? Right, we could say iQueryable articles, right? String title filter, string empty, right? Result equals there we go. Right? Why don't you like that? Oh, because it's the same. There, how's that? Stupid. So let's say yeah, that works. Right? So then way up here. Oh, I should make that a link, huh? So that means I need to make it a template column. Title equals title. If I'm making it sortable, right? I need a sort by parameter on it. Yeah, I want that title. Sort by equals right? So then get rid of that, and the anchor that I was creating that goes in there looks like this. So instead of article, we can say context. 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 Okay, why don't you like this? This, it wants a grid sort of type article. Well, how do I do that? There's no examples. I'm looking for a sort by. Hey, Aloo the Crow. Welcome. Sortable, just turned on. Sortable, I don't see anybody with a sort by. Okay. So this wants to be a grid sort. If I just say no. New grid sort. Right? I don't know. What's a grid sort? No. I don't know. I'm gonna just make something up down here. Right? Grid sort article. And what did I call it? Title sort? I don't know. I don't know these things. Title sort. Well, is that it? No. Why can't I do that? Well, what is the constructor for that? No. No, that's not that. But that feels weird. That's like... I'm doing well, thank you. Specifies sorting rules. So, okay. So do I do something like this? No, because, okay, there's secondary. I guess. And I'm right, because in order to add the search, I'm also adding column options like this. Which means... child content? That doesn't feel right at all. I think I called this title filter. Yeah, okay. Maybe that does work. And here's the old table. We'll get rid of that. See what it looks like. Let's take a look. We haven't gotten to the mail thing yet. We need to do that. We need to do that. Oh, I got to change that from all articles to the articles, right? So now it knows how to do the filter. Okay. All right. Yeah. Starting. Good. Everything started up. There's the migration service doing its thing. Website. Okay, logging in. It still says country name in there, but that's okay. Preview. Okay. Nice. I'd like it to be the full width. Right, so can we do that? I don't think we can do that. Oh, there it goes. It did a. Did it do a starts with or contains? Let's update this. So it's a string comparison invariant culture ignore case. And let's also fix the filter box there. So it says title. Yeah, there we go. Right? Right, I can jump right to the aspirate. Nice. I need a clear button in here that just deletes that. I'd like to make that, like, let's set a page size on this thing. I can do that, right? Pagination. What's the pagination deal? Paging. Pagination. With a paginator of state pagination. Feels bad. So let's just drop that in. Right? 10's fine. Sure. No. Well, where's the oh, I didn't actually add the paginator. That should go. Yeah, look at that there. I don't like that it bounces around. What about the sort? Oh yeah, that sorts. Nice. Okay. I don't want to actually activate the feature. That sounds weird. When we undo featured, it calls reload featured, which goes and updates that. All right. That's going to make it a little bit easier to get through these. Should also filter on the author. Let's just put the author filter on also. Is null or empty, author filter. And string comparison. There we go. And I'll add the author filter. And over here. Oops. There we go. Now we can find all of Sean Wildermuth's articles all in one spot. Nice. That's going to make that much easier to manage. I'm the only one that manages it, so I'm okay with that for right now. Components. Pages. Added quick grid to admin page. Did I have that listed here as something to do? No. All right, I'm okay. Yeah. I expect he's taking a well-deserved break. Oh, it is. It definitely is coming along nicely. Let's set up, do that pull request, and push this out. Yeah. And this was something that I did have. This one, fixes number 1. Go ahead and merge that, John. We'll squash and merge. check out main. Oh, wait a sec. I forgot to add the web project. It doesn't know about quick rate. It's going to fail on the build. Yeah. This is going to fail, so let's cancel. This one will go. Yep, canceled. This one will go. And it'll probably take... It takes a good 5-6 minutes to deploy the container application. 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes. It takes a long time to deploy those container apps. See? Okay. Initializing. So the changes that I put in there are all admin things, so I'm not too concerned with folks hitting those features. There you go. And that image is properly loading from that fix we put in earlier. Nice. I also added, you'll see there's a rendered at. I put a timestamp in there so that we can look and see that the homepage has been cached. So that feels good to put in there. Something that I'm just realizing. Yeah, go ahead, stop debugging. On the articles page, when I go and say change the featured article, here, I need to flush the cache. I need to tell it to invalidate. Where is it? This can go away. This right here. Too many parameters coming in there. Let's give you one of those. Yeah, I want you to create an assigned field. And I didn't change anything on this page. It's in the unfeature article and the feature article. Output cache. Evict by tag. Rebuild. Cancellation token, none. Same thing with the feature article action. When you choose to feature an article, go recycle output cache. Yeah. Cool. Shoot. No, I want to. That's what I want to refer to. That says it deployed. How did that get featured? How did that get featured? That was featured a while ago. Now we've done something. Get today's featured articles. No. That's not doing anything. Oh, crap, I broke it. None of these things are working. Couldn't establish connection to the server. No. That's the old version of the site. It says it deployed. That's the old version of the site. Okay, I know I can evict everything by editing an article. So if I do that, it should purge and effectively rebuild the site. Right? Did I break my admin page? I did. I forgot to test that the edit button still worked. I forgot to test the most important part, being able to actually click through to the article. No, I didn't want the logs. I wanted the actual... There we go. All right, get logged back in. All right, admin page. Click. Yeah, and it's for some reason seeing that wrong featured post. Look, the author is in here twice. Article edit. Get rid of that. If article, if string is null or empty. Okay. No, it's not browser cache. The get the list of featured articles is right. If I go back over here, the get today's featured articles. Yeah, give me the implementation of that. Okay, the other side of this is this button isn't working. Because it's passing in article. It doesn't know what article is. It should be context. No. It doesn't know what context is. That's not in the thing. Okay. This one. Feature. There it is. Okay. If I go delete the entries, it'll rebuild them. The RSS, I probably didn't need to. Why did it pick up Sean again? It's because it's in that sliding expiration. Wait a minute. That was just rendered. There's the content. Okay. I've got my fix. Let's push the fix. This repository is using an iMemory cache here. And it doesn't have a way to flush that. Let's push an update now. Right. I didn't make a change in program. No, that's app post. We're okay with that. What did I change in? I added the output cache so that it evicts today's featured articles. Yeah, that should clear out the memory when it hits it also. And when we unfeature something, unfeature? Wait a sec. I'm telling you what the article is. This isn't actually removing it. Yeah. What else do we have in there? There's the article slug. Sets the featured offset. There, that makes sure that we get the latest one and we mark it as unfeatured. We never actually matched it. Ugh. So now let's add components, data, fixed feature, unfeature issue. I don't know why the right? Yeah, see, that works. Doesn't have a thumbnail because it's a YouTube. That does have a thumbnail. Oh, it's not local here where I'm working. Okay. See how this goes. Nobody's going to notice that content. Only you folks will. So we'll get this patched. Fix that feature entry. I could probably do that with data. So what I wanted to show, and we'll go through and add this so that we can start a little bit of testing. We'll copy in basically what David's already started for us. When somebody registers to use the website, you should have an email go out that confirms they have the right email address. So let's do that. Let's add that. Oh, wait a sec. There's going to be a couple extra steps in here that I don't have. Yeah. I see some folks poking around the website. All right, all right. See, this takes way too long. Why are you... It'd be nice if it skipped it. Well, right now it's actually taking a look at the database. Like, okay, nothing changed there. Move on. So, I'd like to see it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. How you doing, chat room? Are you as impatient as I am right now? Because, man... That should have loaded. There it is. There we go. Yeah, see the blur. Right, and if I just click save here. It might do the reload. I don't know what that... Come on now. Yeah, I need a way to basically flush the cache here. But site's running. Just updated. It's still deploying though. Right, uploading patients. Oh, I wish. Oh, I wish. But the provisioning here taking 3.5 minutes is a lot. So data migration service, no problem. Why does it say no endpoints were found? No public endpoints, I guess. All right, pushing the container image. Yeah. Minute and a half just into deploying. Like, what can we do to improve that? Says it's done. Yep. That's rebuilt, redeployed, and it's got a different featured post. All right. That's fine. Right, and actually, that's with me logged in as admin. Get logged out. So that's the cached version from 11 minutes ago. Just delete it from output cache. There it is. Fresh built. So maybe I should have a step that runs on first deploy that clears output cache. So I don't just kind of have this, hey, it'll eventually get updated thing. So, all right. Not bad. Back up to speed, back running, looks good, feels good, right? I can click into the YouTube articles, and there's all the thing. You can watch it here if you want to watch it here, or you can click over and actually watch the YouTube video using the link at the bottom. Terrific. Ugh. All right. Let's add the mail server using that demo content that David wrote last time, because this is another feature that when we start inviting other folks, I want to be able to confirm that you do log in. So I will do a git checkout. Check the branches. Check the branches first. Get rid of more by author. I know I'm done, and ship that. We're done. Feature auth. We finished that. And thumbnail service. Auto article is the piece that we just did. Fantastic. Mail. All right. So this was really cool. What David and Damien did during the build session. You can watch the build session. I'm not going to try and replace anything that they did there. But what they wanted to do was to add an SMTP server into the app host so that we could have a mail server running locally inside of Aspire when we're in development mode, so that when we hit those endpoints that are attempting to send mail, instead of having to actually go through and put in our real email addresses and see where it goes, make sure it gets to our thing, let's send it to an SMTP service that we can stand up and host in a container here locally and be able to inspect that and work with it, because we can get to it from our dashboard. Great idea. And it's that type of let's think about what we can do as developers so that we have a developer experience that emulates production as much as possible. Let's bring that experience locally as much as possible. So they added a container for mail dev. And they're also using this is run mode for the builder execution context so that if we're in running locally as a developer, add mail developer. If not, there's a connection string for the mail server. Go use that thing. So, and he creates a queue on Service Bus so that he can send a collection of emails using Service Bus. Fine. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab, I like this is run mode. I'm going to bring that in a little bit here and use that in some other places. He's always adding the Postgres password. I don't know if this works in deployment, doing that. But I'm definitely going to bring in mail dev here. So let's take a look at what that is. He added a mail dev folder up here with the resources. I expect that this is going to get somewhat popular and there'll be a NuGet package for this at some point. But I think this is a really interesting sample to talk about and bring into the project. So just like I've done previously, I'm going to extend my app host. Heck, let's do like he did and add a folder for it, so that if this becomes a thing, we can yank it in the future. I don't care. File name is fine. So mail dev resource. This is a container resource. Let's put a namespace on this, John. What do you say? Not all that. Not all of that. No. No. Aspirify web app host mail dev. There we go. All right. So this is a container. This is something that represents and holds a container. And it also has a connection string. It's a resource with a connection string. So the SMTP endpoint name is SMTP. The HTTP endpoint name for this thing is HTTP. So we're defining and hosting. There's going to be an endpoint reference for the SMTP. We're going to have an SMTP endpoint that is an endpoint reference that uses that endpoint name. Piece of cake. The connection string expression is SMTP, whatever this thing's host is, and whatever port it's hosted on. That kind of makes sense. All right. So that's the resource. But the actual extension that goes and wires up is this piece over here. It's an extension. And I will create another file for that. Okay. So this is extending the distributed application builder, right? That's this thing that we use to define our application. We're going to need to move some of this around a little bit. And I'm going to rename this file. Cool. So add mail dev. Give me the name of that. specify ports if you'd like. Return add resource. Here's the image. We're going to use maildev from Docker.io version 202. So, right, and these are things that you can embed. You can just write this directly into your app host program CS. HTTP endpoint, the target port is 1080. That's the internal. The external is going to be whatever the HTTP port is that's passed in. So on and so forth. And we're also exposing the SMTP port as well. Okay. So what I should be able to do is now go back into program. And I'm going to add, so there's Storage Explorer before Postgres. Builder, add maildev. And let's just call it mail. And if I just save that, we should now get a container running in the system that's running this SMTP endpoint. Yeah, and we should get mail when we attempt to send mail. So let's take a look at that. Come on. And there's our mail server. Still starting. Probably because it's downloading the container. There it is. There's my HTTP endpoint. Look at that. Right? Look at that, John. HTTP, and there's the TCP for where it's listening. So if I browse to it, there's the SMTP server. So I can see projects that are trying to send mail and be able to read and get their mail here to verify that it is properly sending and interacting with mail. Cool. That's very cool. The other side of this, and I'm actually gonna stop stream right after this. I'm not even gonna finish wiring this up because I've got some more confusing pieces we need to put in here. So that's the mail development piece. Inside, app. Inside app with identity, right? In everybody's program CS, when you add identity, there is a bit in here that says, there it is, Builder Services add singleton, and it typically says identity no op email sender. When you start building your application, it doesn't know how to send email. The end of the demo, he's sending email over Service Bus because he's sending it over to something else that's actually going to go do those things. Where is... Yeah, this thing. So he created a Service Bus email sender that uses Service Bus to connect over to a queue called emails, and he just puts a message on the queue. So when we say send a confirmation link, he creates an email message. Please confirm your email by blah 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 and sends in the confirmation link. There's the Service Bus message. Go send it. If somebody wants to reset their password, here's email message, send, and he sends it over Service Bus. Very cool. And he defines a record for what an email message is down here. The Service Bus, right, he's got an email worker out here that is, right, it is that thing that's listening and picking up. He should have an email message. Yeah, he's got the same record defined here. I would put that into a common library and reference it from both locations. So, not bad. And all this is doing is grabbing an email message, creating a new mail message, right? That's standard system net mail. And with his SMTP client, where's that created? He's receiving an SMTP client being passed in here. Add SMTP client right there. Which I think is an extension that he wrote. Yeah. That creates an SMTP client with an object pool. So, yeah, he creates an object pool because they're not thread safe. And he adds some telemetry around it. And passes through, here's the address that I'm connecting to. Nice. Right, that connection name. Where is it? He's getting, yeah, builder configuration, get connection string. So, not bad, little bit of juggling here to get that. I've got a little bit of work to make this work because I ripped out a bunch of this in order to get invite codes to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this same technique, and when I go to invite the next user to use the application, like John Galloway, James Montemagno, so on and so forth, I'll be able to click to generate an invite code and an invite link, and it will send a message with that invite link embedded. But I need to finish wiring that up, and I am just about out of time, so I think it's better for right now that I pause here, we end stream, and go find somebody else to raid. All right? So I wanted to share this demo because I really like how David is showing that you might have other containers out there that you use for your applications, for your ecosystem, for your systems of applications. It's easy to turn that into a resource that you can embed and use with Aspire. So, how you doing, Thindall? Catching up here on chats. Brushing out the cat. Yeah, that's going to be going to be an interesting challenge. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Really appreciate you being here. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network that I can get you connected to. It's been a lot of fun writing code with you today. I'm glad we talked through when we started adding the mail service into this. There's a little bit more work to do, but we're going to finish getting through there and having some fun. Because once I start having that working, I can build a queue of new articles to add to Aspirify, along with the ability to moderate and add those. Thank you so much for the follow. And then I can start opening it up for the public to be able to submit articles, because you'll be able to log in, get confirmation emails, and submit articles into the queue to be processed and reviewed. Really cool stuff. I'm so happy that we're getting through this. You know what? I want to raid. If you're watching us on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. There's other videos here. I'm going to raid a friend of ours who's making some progress. She's working on some design for her game. This is Lana Lux. We haven't raided her in a while. She's a friend doing a great job building a game with Unity. That's C# game tooling. And right now it looks like she's doing a little bit of object modeling for a game that she's been building called Strain. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back on Monday with more code, more fun to talk about. It's been an amazing time to talk with you. Yeah. I will see you then, all right? Get ready to say hi to my friend Lana Lux, and I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.